Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Caitlin and today we are getting ready for work. I have not done in a while just like my basic everyday makeup. What do I do when I'm on the go? Put it on and get out the door. So I want to get ready and do that with you guys today. If that sounds good to you, keep on watching. Before we get too far into the video, if you have not already, I would love it if you consider subscribing. I upload videos twice a week. It is totally free to subscribe and I would love to have you back again on the channel for all things makeup. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this simple but I think effective makeup look. So the skin's looking pretty good today. Anytime I feel like I'm having a good skin day, I usually go with something lighter for the complexion. So today I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Ease Droplets in shade Pink Pearl. If I'm not having as great of a skin day, I usually start with some kind of primer, moisturizer. I've been liking the Nimia License to Glow Serum as a base recently if I'm feeling dry. Again, skin feels pretty good today. And if I wanted a little more coverage, the ColourPop Hydrating Foundation, the Pretty Fresh foundation, mine's in shade Fair 30N. It's usually my go-to. But as I say, today the skin's looking pretty good. Sorry for the rattling. I shut my door so that Salem wouldn't bother me, my cat, and he's revolting. He's trying to break in. We'll see if he's successful. Something's wrong with the door, so it doesn't always latch properly. So sometimes he knows he is able to break in if he is determined enough. So I usually like to let that kind of settle in, sink into the skin a little bit before I go to the next complexion step. So on a light day, this is usually when I fill my brows. My brows aren't terrible to begin with, right? So it truly is just like shaping the outline of them and just filling in some sparse places. This is the CoverGirl Brow and Eye Makers pencil in Midnight Brown. It's a little too warm toned for my natural brow color. However, it kind of works for me right now because my hair is a little more warm toned. I dyed it a brown color and it came out pretty warm toned. So this makes my brows also a little more warm toned and matches the hair color. So that's why I've been trying to be really good and consistent with this pencil, because I know once my roots grow out, I may go a different color and it might not be as warm, and then it might look weird to have warm brows and not warm everything else. Okay, so now that the face has had a minute to soak everything in, I do like to set it. I feel like that gives it some longevity, so I'm just going to use whatever translucent setting powder. This one's from BH. Don't think they exist anymore. I mean, I know they got bought out, but like, I haven't seen them release any products lately. Have you? But my everyday makeup is a lot of times where I use my like older discontinued kind of products where I still want to use what I bought, but they're not necessarily the most new and exciting things that everyone cares to click on and gets the views. So thank you if you're here viewing this. Okay, next I go in with bronzer. Again, old product. This brand doesn't exist. This is from Kosmetics. Their pressed bronzer in shade Skinny Dip. Still has really good scent. I just take a Rephr 4 brush and I put a little bit on the cheekbone and move it up along the hairline. This is also warmer than I would normally prefer and choose to go. So it kind of, again, works right now with me having the warmer hair color and then making my brows a little warmer to just go more warm overall. No, Salem's successful. He's in the room now. Are you happy, buddy? And then I usually just take whatever is left on my brush and put it a little on the nose and a little on the jawline just to give a little extra sculpt. For blush, I've really been liking the LA Girl Just Blushing. Mine's in shade Just Playful. It recently took a tumble and she's cracked. She's broken now. So, and I thought I was going to hit pan soon on it. Now I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of crumbly. So this is pretty pigmented. I don't need much a little bit goes a long way. And I usually place this like all the way up to the under eye. I just use the same brush as my bronzer because again, this is my quick lazy day makeup. I mean, it's not really a lazy day. I'm going to work, but it's not, you know, for the art, the aesthetic, the creativity. This is like my functional work makeup, just to feel a little put together. Now, because it is like 7 a.m. and I know I'm gonna need this to last till 6 p.m. when I get off work, you know, almost 12 hours, I'm gonna set it. I'm using the Glam Light Rick and Morty setting spray. I hated the nozzle it was in, so it's not this product. This is the Benefit Professional Super Setter. This wasn't empty, but I kept the component because this is a really nice, gentle, fine mist. So I like the Rick and Morty product in this dispenser a lot more. Then I take my fan and I just make sure it's dried down. That setting spray is definitely one of more of like the Urban Decay all-nighter kind of hairspray-y feeling one. So it's going to be one that feels a little tightening. Definitely makes your makeup more long-lasting than like some other setting sprays that might just like melt your makeup together. I mean, this definitely helps with like any powdery look too, but it's more meant for like longevity. Then I'm going to use gel on my brows. So I do kind of like still, I know it's maybe out of style, but like the laminated look. This is the Urban Decay Slick Day Brow. And I just run this through my brows. This stuff holds. Like it's not gonna budge. And I feel like a lot of brow gels I've used don't hold at all. Like they put it in or you apply it and they go where you want when you're applying your makeup, but then you look at it 10 minutes later and it's like, did I even put gel in? They kind of fall and do what they want. So this is gonna keep them in place, locked in. I really do like this product. And then I'm gonna prime the eyes. Currently I'm using the Milani Stay Put eyeshadow primer. I always use eyeshadow primer because if I don't, things tend to crease, especially like I said on a day like today where this isn't going to be worn for just a couple hours. It's a work day. She's a working girl. This is the working girl look. So I put it all over the lid with my finger and then I make sure I get it up into the crease as well. Just because the crease is normally where if I don't get it, you know, the pigment will cause a crease. And I feel like the primer just helps the pigment stand out too. So, super lazy girl eye look, okay? This is what I use. It's from Laura Geller. It is the Red Carpet Ready Palette Face and Eyes. We've got pan in every single shade. I'm trying to like just use up this product completely. I got it at TJ Maxx once upon a time for like $2 or $3. So I literally just take up one brush, start with Purple Haze, blend it out with Soft Petal, and then do Moon Dust in the inner corner. And it's as simple as that. So here's the first shade. I just kind of messy go in over the main part of the eye. Do the same thing with the other eye. And I do feel like this just gives me like a little touch of color, but it's definitely not anything too much. And then same brush, I went in with the more, the Soft Petal, which is the more like, for me, skin tone shade. And I use that to blend out the edges of the Purple Haze, take any remainder under the eye, switch to a smaller brush. This is an Ace Beauté, what are you, P4 from the Palladio collection, Moon Dust Illuminator. Also from the same palette. Just put a little in the eyes. If I want it, I'll put it on the cheeks, you know, to use it as a highlighter as well and not just in her corner. Maybe a little brow bone. I don't feel like I'm feeling the highlighter today, I'll be honest with you. And then I always feel like I need just a little bit of shadow liner to complete my looks, to smoke it a little bit. So I'm going with a Morphe M580. This is literally a musty, crusty, dusty, old Avon. Can't even tell you how many years old. I'm going into this black. Use whatever black you have in your collection if you're trying to do something simple like this. And I just take a little bit and I run it along the lash line. This is frankly not one of my higher quality shadows, but in this instance, I kind of like that because this black is not that pigmented. And for me, when I'm just trying to do like a little bit of a smoke, you know, a little something something, I don't necessarily want it to be pitch black. Like I know I feel like kind of conditioned to think like more pigment means better quality. It's kind of just preference in what you want. You know, if I'm trying to smoke this out, not that you can't do it with a pigmented product, but I don't have to be so careful about the amount I use with this one because it is less pigmented. If you're using something more pigmented and you want it to be like a light smoke, you're just going to have to be careful and like go in with just the tiniest amount because it's going to probably stretch you further to like blend it to get it to the more like smoky look. And that's it for the eyes. Like it's really that easy. Now I curl my lashes and I put on the Essence Get Big Lashes Volume Curl. This is the one I've been using lately. Super cheap, like a $3.99 or $4.99, something like that dollar mascara that I got at Ulta. Really good for just every day. You know, I don't need the Va Va Boom lashes, but I want a little something on them. And then I kind of cycle through what I do with my lips. Sometimes I want a liquid lipstick. Sometimes I do like a lip oil or a gloss. Kind of depends what my day looks like. And if I haven't had my morning coffee yet, a lot of times I will go for something that's more long lasting, that's not just gonna disappear, you know, as soon as I drink my coffee in the morning. And I will say with this one, and I feel like quite a few of the more inexpensive mascaras, like you can get them there. I feel like I have to do a good 2 to 3 coats to really get the lashes to look the way I want them to, which for me, I'm looking for volume and separation, which I think this one does a pretty good job of. Hopefully you can see the lashes and the difference that cheap but good Essence mascara made. And I am just going to go gloss today. Keep it simple. This is also Essence. This is the Hollow Wow Dewy Lip Shine. I'm getting low on this. This is another product. I'm like, it's so old they don't sell it. It's in Scarab Wings. It's beautiful. But I want to use it up before it gets gnarly, you know, nasty, because I've had it a long time. It's kind of like this berry mauve color, but with like a blue-green reflect in it. Super, super pretty. So yeah, guys, this is the final look. Again, very minimal, basic, neutral, but effective. I feel like it's enough that I feel put together. I hope this was fun for you to watch. Let me know if you like content more like this in the comments where I'm just like using whatever, you know, kind of full face of nothing new. Happy to film more if you're into it. Thanks so much if you made it all the way to the end, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye!